Pardon me. That's Obi.
Yes.
Obi flogging people. If you are flogging a child, that child must cry.
It's Nigerians that flog them with votes now.
It is Obi. That Obi people. They chop the kidney or the liver of. In fact, Obi.
Did you expect this level?
I don't expect.
Did you expect this level
I
of
am even
hemorrhage?
afraid as I am. I didn't sleep. When I was young, Obi here, Obi there, Obi there, Obi. Today, everybody has known what Obi is made up of. That's what I said to you. This Obi, don't allow anybody to put stains on your clothes. You have put up a great fight.
Yes.
A fantastic fight. When you look at the things I have here, it will help you. In the president's place, he lost election with the sitting governor there. In Lagos, Asiwaju lost election. The Speaker of the National Assembly is from Lagos. Obi lo jebe, I mean, pardon me. That's Obi.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Seriously, you can see the joy in Nigerian highs because of the kind of movement Peter Obi is making right now. In that short clip I just played at the start of this video, you heard that man boldly when he said Peter Obi will flog Tinubu in 2027. And that's not just mouth, because this Peter Obi interview with AriseTV that I'm about to play for you guys explain it all. Because Nigerians are not fool and they know the big reason why they are following or supporting this man, which has been causing a lot of fear for the ruling party. Today, even the family that used to call themselves PDP or APC are now singing a new song. According to Nana on Following Pod, the obedient wave is massive, and these are not just ordinary followers. They are young, strong, and useful Nigerian youth, people who are tired of fake promises and are ready to make real change happen. And guess what? Obedience are not just in Nigeria. They are in the US, UK, Canada, South Africa, name it. In fact, many of them outside the country are pushing the movement even more than those inside. That tells you how deep these things has gone. Nigerians are no longer sleeping. And here is where it gets even more interesting. This Peter Obi interview that I'm about to play for you guys has opened a lot of people's eyes, because in that single interview, he broke down everything that Nigeria are facing and how he will definitely fix it, not by magic but by common sense leadership. Let me tell you, this man lead by example. He said something powerful in that interview, that Nigeria is not a poor country. What is making Nigeria poor is bad leadership. According to him, Nigeria has money. What we lack are leaders who understand the economy. Peter Obi said it clearly that many of those in power today don't even understand the basic of how to manage a nation. He also dropped something emotional. This man values education so much. He talked about how Nigeria are dropping out of school every day. And when you don't have education in this country, even getting a job becomes war. And this part is the most powerful one, where he said, solving corruption is very easy. This particular one has been causing a lot of wave online, and Nigeria are reacting to it. Yes, that was what he said, and he explained why. According to him, if the leader is not involved in corruption and his family members are not involved in the corruption, nobody under him will have the mind to try it. And that one sentence has been making a lot of wave online, and is the bitter truth. Nigerian fight against corruption has always failed because the people at the top are the part of the root. I know you watching this right now, you are probably obedient too, or maybe you are just waking up to reality. Either way, you need to watch this interview to the end because it's a powerful one. And if you believe in this obedient movement, please make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel and drop your thoughts about everything you see Peter Obi says in this particular video. Also, don't forget to like and share this video. According to Peter Obi, obedient are not backing down.
Let me tell you why I decided to tour this individually. And I was discussing this with somebody that's been close to me recently in terms of even supporting and helping me as I do this talk, Dr. Kube. And I said to him, listen, doctor, as governor, I visited every local government in Anambra State. I slept in them, even when it's a short distance of 1 hour from Oka. And I said to him, today, if I have opportunity of serving this country, before doing any visit outside this country, unless for an inevitable invitation or somewhere that is I must go for a meeting, I will first tour the 6 states of Nigeria. Stay there, discuss with the stakeholders on ways and means in which we can build a more cohesive, a peaceful, caring society look at ways in which we can bring the best of every state. It's critical. The same thing is what I did by going from one state to the other to largely be able to canvass and interact with the delegates from that state on why we cannot continue on the path we are today. But if I tell you, it's very difficult. I find so many things very worrisome. Very, very worrisome. One is that our politics remain very largely transactional. Two, which is very sad, most worrisome to me, is that what makes a country, one of the most important ingredients of being a nation is respect, trust people have for their currency. Currency is a measure of faith and trust of citizens in their nation. Currency is a measure of productivity. Currency is a measure of your economy. I find it very, very worrisome that government officials who are supposed to be protector of this particular item, a currency, have abandoned the currency and are now spending dollars. I find it worrisome that while our manufacturers, business people cannot find dollars for critical inputs into manufacturing, critical import of spares and everything, the dollar is scarce. But the politicians found money to share. No country of the world will this happen. And this is being shared by people who have no legitimate means of earning dollar ever in their life. So it's a different thing if somebody comes and says, oh, Peter, I invested money in this and I earned $500,000. That's what I'm sharing. But that Reuben, whom I know, had not earned any dollars in the past 5 years, is sharing dollars openly. And nobody is questioning that. One, you diminish your currency, you ruin your economy and everything. I was in Morocco just within the past 3 weeks. I bought travel allowance from Nigeria and I went to Morocco, met people, and I said, they told me that this dollar, I have to cash it through using my credit card. So I said, where's dollar credit, where is dollar credit, the points where I can cash my dollar? I was shocked. And they told me, not in Morocco. And I have to change that money in their currency if I want to. And that has been every country. And when I spoke to the government official, I said, why would you have a place that can cash dollar? He said, not in Morocco. In Morocco, you spend our currency. So you must change that dollar in our currency. In Nigeria, government officials and everybody is changing our own currency into dollar. And this is dollar we cannot give to manufacturers. Again, if following up to that is that why we cannot pay gratuity, pensions of people who have worked hard in this country, why we're owing workers, owing lecturers, where our young ones are not in school, owing teachers in various states of Nigeria, politicians have huge amount of money to share. So there's a disconnect between the entire thing. As more as I travel and talk, the more I get more worried. And I look at myself, I've been a governor. I went for second term, I went for election through a time I was in office. I can't remember calling people to share the money. Whenever I invite them, I show them, this is what I'm doing, and this is the way I saved your money. The one that is remaining. I've done this road, I've done this, I've done this, this is where the remaining is. But that today people are sharing, you're owing teachers, kids are not in school, the kids don't have this and that, and you're sharing money. It is absolutely worrisome. That's my observation. But I in any case, I'll continue to go on hoping that somewhere we'll be able to get this issue dealt with. We can't continue this way. No nation can continue this way, where you get up in the morning and you're sharing people money for no productivity. And the money you're sharing, everybody is aware that a few years ago, Peter Obi, Ruben Abati, who is sharing money today, have no legitimate means, no office of any such money. So that money, we know where it came from. And nobody's screaming. Nobody's shouting.
It's just a debacle with Nigeria as everything, you know, with monetized politics and monetized everything. I want to pick your brains. You constantly talk about moving Nigeria from a sharing to a producing nation. I'd like you to clarify that your position. And, you know, how do we intend to achieve this? I mean, you talked about the textile industry, for instance, in that video. You talked about the fact that we can make money from textile than we make from crude oil. I mean, how do we do this? How does Nigeria truly make wealth? Because Nigeria is a poor country as we speak today. Very poor.
Nigeria is not a poor country. The leadership of Nigeria is poor. You have to remove the... Nigeria is a very rich country, blessed by God, with good weather, with good everything. You know, Nigeria is not poor. What is poor is leadership. When you have poor leadership, you cripple everything, you make everybody poor. Because your thinking is poor, your business is poor. You can remove Nigeria from being a consuming, sharing country to productive country. She just mentioned about my tour. Whenever state I reach, as a land, I look at the first the agricultural aid, the land, the massive land God gave Nigeria. I look at the people God gave Nigeria.
So if you say you want to do all this without fixing power, for instance, other structural problems, how do you get it done?
That's what I'm telling you. Fixing power is not rocket science. Let people not talk about this thing. You see, we got it wrong from the first privatization and other things and everything. Well, because you must have a commitment that you're going to do this right. What happens in this Nigeria is that, okay, we want to privatize power. We do not look at the study from beginning to end and know how this is going to... What are we talking about power? Between 2015 and today, Egypt had doubled its power production from 26,000 to 55,000. Egypt, I mean, if we don't want, I as a president, we'll go there and sit there and say, how did you do this? It's not from the moon. Today, you are the giant of Africa. You're generating 4,000 megawatts, which is what we've generated since I was born. The second biggest economy, South Africa, is doing about 50,000 with 60 million people. The third biggest economy, which is Egypt, is doing 55,000 with 100 million people. Let me tell you, if we want power to change, it will change.
All this about productivity and making Nigeria competitive, I guess we can't do it without strong human capital.
Completely.
With capacity.
Yes.
And only the other day, the chief of the field office of UNICEF in Kano was saying that the number of out-of-school children in Nigeria is now about 18.5 million. Out of that figure, the same figure that used to be 10.5, at one point we were told it was 13 million. Out of that 18.5 million, 60% are girls, the girl child. And this 60%, most of them are in one part of the country, the northern part of the country. Now, how do you intend to tackle this issue of education in the country to ensure that we have a competitive, group that can take Nigeria forward and ensure this productivity that we've been talking about?
I was a governor. When I came in, we had a problem. in Anambra State. Our problem was that the boys were not going to school because they wanted to go and trade. They didn't see any value in education. So we had 80% girls in school, 20% boys. When I came in, nobody wanted to talk about education. Of course, we are lagging. We're number 26, 27. I even saw Governor Makinde the other day in one of his achievements. He said he has moved Oyo from 26 to number 11. Because I remember very well, that time, Anambra used to be 26, Oyo used to be this. And I said to myself, it can't be. We can change this. We will invest in education. But what we did was simple. We put in the resources direct to the school. And it worked. We moved from 26, number 1, 2011, 2012, 2013. Today we have the highest cutoff point.
The fact that corruption has become institutional, almost no ministry or MDA is removed from corruption. We're talking about this morning the story of the Accountant General of the Federation. And shocking enough, the last Accountant General of the Federation too had corruption allegations. So in a country where the two back-to-back Accountant Generals of the Federation have had corruption allegations, it's an indication that the country, like I said this morning, is already building a bacterial culture of corruption. What would you do to tackle institutional corruption across MDAs and across every strata of government and governance? That same corruption that makes people that have not done anything in 5 years be spending dollar like they are spending naira.
My brother, let me tell you, and what I'm going to say will not be different from what I said in the past. First is that corruption kills, threatens the country needs to succeed. Corruption kills entrepreneurship. Nobody thinks in a corrupt country. You don't build all small businesses and everything. Corruption kills professionalism. You can't get professors doing research when councillors earn more money. Like I keep saying, you see a place where a House of Assembly member is dashing away cars that lecturers can buy. And they say it's doing well. He's supposed to be a lawmaker, but he's dashing away cars. And they say it's doing well. You have a situation where, corruption kills hard work. Corruption is very simple. You can stop it.
How?
If the principal person, I said it before, is not involved, his family is not involved, his friends, he can contain his friends not to be involved.